Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him, was one of the greatest messengers of Allah, sent to this world with divine signs that left humanity in awe. His very birth was a miracle, born without a father, a clear and undeniable testament to the power of Allah, even as an infant. Isa spoke from the cradle and declared his prophethood, astonishing those around him. The purity of Maryam and the miraculous birth of Isa shook the people of Bani Israel to their core. Allah granted Isa miracles that defied human logic, bringing the dead back to life, restoring sight to the blind, healing those afflicted with leprosy, and even creating birds from clay and breathing life into them by the will of Allah. His teachings were rooted in love, compassion, and servitude to the one true God, yet the arrogant leaders of that time rejected his message, mocking his miracles and plotting against him. Isa's call to monotheism was a bold challenge to the corrupt system of tyranny, and that became the real reason for their hatred. Dear viewers, this is not just the story of a prophet. It is a shining sign of Allah's power and guidance, a message for all of humanity that will echo until the end of time. When Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, began openly preaching the message of Tawheed, oneness of God, the scholars of Bani Israel and the Roman rulers turned against him. His miracles and divine truth began to touch people's hearts, but those addicted to worldly power and false authority began to see his growing influence as a threat. They started slandering him, filed false accusations, and eventually plotted to kill him. Their goal wasn't just to silence a prophet, it was a wicked attempt to extinguish the divine light of Allah. But no plot can succeed against the will of Allah. At the very moment they attempted to capture Prophet Isa, Allah performed a miracle that changed the course of history forever. The Holy Quran bears witness. They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him. Rather, Allah raised him alive into the heavens. This extraordinary event stands as one of the clearest proofs of Allah's absolute power and his unwavering protection over his chosen servants. Dear viewers, this is not just a legend, this is divine truth. It reaffirms our faith that Allah never abandons his prophets, and that his promise of protection and victory is always fulfilled. When the enemies of Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him, conspired to kill him, an astonishing miracle from Allah unfolded. The one who had betrayed Isa, the informer, was transformed by Allah, and his face was made to resemble that of Prophet Isa. The enemies, blinded by their hatred, captured this look-alike, mistook him for Isa, and crucified him. They rejoiced over what they thought was a victory, yet they had become victims of their own deception. In reality, at that very moment, Allah raised Prophet Isa alive to the heavens by his command. This event was not just a miracle, it was a timeless message that Allah himself protects his prophets. The Holy Quran clearly states, "They did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it was made to appear so to them." Surah Nisa 157. This miraculous incident teaches the world that while the schemes of the oppressors may appear successful, Allah's wisdom can overturn even the most well-crafted plans. The ascension of Prophet Isa to the heavens is a living sign of Allah's unmatched power, one that strengthens the faith of the believers and reminds humanity that truth always prevails, no matter how dark the deception. The ascension of Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, to the heavens was not only a miraculous event, but also a powerful sign pointing toward a greater truth that is yet to unfold. According to Islamic belief, Prophet Isa will return to earth before the day of judgment. He will defeat oppression, dismantle the false system of the Dial, Antichrist, and restore justice, truth, and the message of Islam across the world. His return will reaffirm the finality and truth of the message brought by the last prophet, Muhammad. This belief strengthens